Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Artistically Married, where art and opportunity collide. We're your hosts, Jake Ackerman.
And Brian Steinberg.
And sharing a mic again, yep. All right, today, I guess you can do an intro.
Okay, yeah, because I practiced your name.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not trying it. All right, we have Peninsula here. They're amazing. Described as a blend of cinematic indie, alternative art rock, neo-folk, or post-pop. And honestly, the list goes on and on. I think that's what we're going to get into it, but that's what makes you guys so magical. The genre is unbelievable. It's very experimental. Javier Arisba?
You got it.
Yes. And Rosalie Eva. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much for welcoming us in your place. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's so fun to add a podcast onto a tour, right? You don't have enough to do.
It's great, you know. I mean, we start a tour tomorrow, so this is perfect. This is a good way to start.
Yeah, the calm before the storm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's so exciting because I think with artists, I mean, obviously you get like snippets on stage, but I think it's really exciting for us to really get to know artists on a personal level. I think it's exciting for audiences and listeners. So yeah, we hope if you guys are out there and you're interested in musicians, definitely circulate this. You can spread it to your friends. Like and subscribe. We're on YouTube and Spotify. All right, so I thought because of your different backgrounds, because you guys are from Mexico and Rosalie, you're from Canada, I thought you guys could start by telling us your meeting story.
Sure. Yeah. It was 2004, the year that I used to go to university with two guys, brothers. They're how do you call it when they're not twins but close to twins?
So they're twins.
Okay, let's call it twins. So they're twins.
Fraternal twins?
And the drummer...
fraternal twin.
That's right.
Yeah.
David Gonzalez, he was the drummer of the band that we had, and he came to Brock University to do exchange. And he fell in love with Tara Malmström. And he invited us to his brother Tadeo and I to come and visit. So we thought, like, okay, let's go to New York. And then from there, we just go to Canada to meet the family of Tara. So we did that trip. I got super sick because it was raining and I had these shoes that were all like super.
I think they were Converse.
Yeah, they were
in the snow.
They were just like, I think they were. But I got super sick. So by the time that we got here, I was like in another level. But the best friend of Tara, it was Rosalie. So we became really good friends. Like even though I was sick, I was still like hanging there. Like, it was my first time in Canada.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to miss anything. So we became really, really good friends from then. Like, and then I came back every year and to visit David and Tara. Mm-hmm. So we will meet every year, 2005.
Every time he came, Tara would be like, "Hey, Rosalie, Javier's coming. Let's hang out." So
2006, 2007,
2006, they got married.
David
and
Tara.
We were in their wedding party.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God!
Not together.
Yeah,
his girlfriend.
Oh no!
It's a past story. Let's not get into those details. But we were still friends, good friends. And then next year, 2007. I didn't have any girlfriend anymore.
We were both single.
Rosalie
at the time,
didn't have a boyfriend anymore. And we were kind of like good friends, right? Like we went to an Italian restaurant, we having a bottle of wine, a Pinot Grigio, we just laughing. And then our friends were, let's take a picture of you. And I'm like, okay. So kind of like giving a little hug in the back of Rosalie, but she just put the cheek right into my cheek. Aww. And I'm like, okay, I like this feeling. So, funny enough, my friend Tara, they go together to the bathroom with Rose, and my friend David is like, just take it easy with Rose, okay? Because she's just going out of a relationship. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? I ain't doing anything. And besides, it's not like I want to marry her. Yeah, well, you better watch your mouth, right?
Fast forward.
So that's how we got into together, like
Amazing.
In a relationship, yeah.
I love that story. We have a similar scenario where it's just, and we hear this all the time, especially with artists. I find artists tread lightly. You know, we're either like 100% or we're like, nah, you know. And I think it's really exciting. You do get to an age where you look back and you're like, it wasn't the right timing, and then all of a sudden the universe like gives you that opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Totally.
You wouldn't have been ready for each other until that moment, which is so exciting.
That's right.
Yeah, that's great. But then how did you navigate after that? That's so crazy. You were just coming here once a year. Then what?
Then around that time, I was just finishing my university, and I had a year lined up to do my internship for nutrition. So I told Javier, well, I kind of want to take a trip, and I was thinking about going to Cuba, but he's like, why don't you just come visit me here? And I was like, okay. And I went there for a week, and at the end of the week, we were like, so
now what
should we do? Should we like
actually
date? Like what?
I remember perfectly. Like we have a wonderful week. We were like, I remember feeling like feeling overwhelmed of the feelings of feeling a little bit worried because I was like, I'm falling in love very badly, and she's leaving. And I remember that we were in my apartment. That we were sitting in my bed, and I was like, and I say, hey, you know what? I really care about you. I know that we live very far away from each other, but like, I think that if you are for it, we could try it. We could try to have a relationship, and we went for it.
Sure.
So and then we started like traveling a little more often. Like
there's a lot of long distance. For about a year. Lots of phone calls, and I came one time to visit you, I think in February. And then after that, I was like, okay, well, maybe after my internship, I can just like take a year and like, you know, move to Mexico and see how it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I came down after that, and then around November of that year, then we got engaged.
You stayed? How many months you stayed at the time? 6. So
I came in like August, and I stayed until April of the next year.
Yeah.
Almost a
so
year.
what year was that you got engaged?
2008.
So
Yeah.
that must have been around the same time. Oh, so you guys were already engaged. Wow.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So then, same scenario. Like she's living in Monterrey. We were living together in an apartment with my older sister, and we were having a wonderful time together. And so I proposed. Like I planned the whole thing. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
So there is a really beautiful town in the state of Nuevo León where we live. It's called Santiago. And it's like a magic town. It's like beautiful church and all this plaza and like, you know, little stores and really beautiful. They have a beautiful restaurant where they have a, how do you call it, where you put the wine?
A wine cellar.
A wine cellar. So it was all the tables, and there was this different place in the basement, and it was only with candles and all that.
Aww.
So I remember that we had a handy cam. You remember a handy cam? Okay, I had a handy cam. And I remember that my sisters went with me to get the ring, and then so I popped the ring out.
Wow.
And fortunately she said yes.
This would be a different ending to the story.
Yeah. And ever since then, you know, like times go so fast when you're having fun.
Yeah.
It feels like last week there was.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah. So-
you guys are so cute.
So we are artistically married.
Yeah, totally artistically married. That's what I was just gonna say. So yeah, when did like in terms of like even your visits and stuff, when did music start to become part of your relationship?
We always listened to a lot of music, and I grew up playing the piano. I started when I was around 8, like classical music. And Javier was in a band. He sang a lot. Like his dad also sings. Like he's got lots of music in the family as well. And I think at the beginning he's talked about wanting to learn the guitar, but until we like were married and then moved here.
Yeah, we were
is when he started learning it.
Yeah, in St. Catherine's.
2010, like April 2010.
Because I used to sing and write songs all the time. Like I love writing songs. Like just the way that we met, Jake.
Yeah.
I I love it. If I feel the music, I'm able to sing. I mean, you had to feel it, right? Sometimes it doesn't ring any bell, and that's okay too, right? But if you feel it, so I used to do that for the band all the time. But the guys were really good on the guitar, and I was like, okay. So until we were living in St. Catharines, Rosalie's got her sister guitar. His sister Miranda Stone. She's a singer-songwriter. She's great. And she gave that guitar to Rose.
Yeah,
but I kind of took over.
I tried to learn in university, but I didn't like have enough patience for like it's an acoustic, like a electroacoustic. So the strings are a lot harder than like a normal. Yeah. So I just was like, after 5 or 10 minutes, I'd always be like, oh, the piano. I'll just go back to my piano.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, here's the guitar.
I pick up the guitar.
I'm not doing it. You're doing it.
So I have in Monterrey, life is very busy. It's like 8 million people here around like that, or maybe more.
Oh wow!
So it's always busy. It's always something to do, and especially when you are in university, like there's always a party, there's always a concert or a meeting with a friend. So coming from Monterrey to St. Catharines, it was like 180-degree change.
Yeah.
Because suddenly I had to start over to make new friends and to start new work. So I had a lot of free time. So I started playing.
Love that.
So I told Rose, hey, you know what? Like, why don't you pick up the bass? Pick up the bass and let's start doing something together. Let's start just for fun. Let's start a band.
Yeah.
So
you bought me a bass.
I bought the bass. And at the time, Ivan Medrano, who is the drummer of the band, he was living in Monterrey. So when we had finally like some songs, we started sending to him, and he would like work on them, and we tried to figure it out. And then when we would travel, we would try to practice. But mainly when we were playing here, when we finally like finished some songs and we started recording with Joe Lapinski.
Yeah.
And I saw that he was on your show with the Sonic Sounds. It was the name of the show, right?
Yeah.
And so Joe, he's so patient. And he's such a gentle heart that he was very, very... I felt safe at the place, so I was very shy at the moment because I felt like a baby in the guitar, so he was really good with that, and I was like, okay. So we recorded that, and then Brian Foster helped us to play the drums. Yeah. So it was
our first shows here.
Yeah, for the first shows we played at In the Soil, the 2014.
Wow.
Our first,
we were also
full show.
in the Soil 2014.
Nice.
You see?
Yeah, we were with Thunderclap.
Oh yeah.
Out in the yard, just dance. Yeah, we were doing like a dance performance with him.
Nice.
He did like Life is a Monster. It was this like epitaph to like growing up and like your childhood and how it's so scary. And we were dressed as monsters. It was like 1,000 degrees.
Oh, man.
But it was wild. Yeah, that's crazy. We're just like tornadoing around each other.
That's so nice.
So fun. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I think that's how we started, like doing music. I feel like the first song that we ever worked together was Rosalie in the piano. Then it was a song called Try Again. Yep. And she just was playing for fun, and I just got close and I started singing, and we never actually published that song. And we were talking about last week about what happened to that song. Yeah. But anyways, that's the story how we decided to start doing music together.
That's awesome. Yeah. I love that it just like sounds like you came at it at such like a hobby, not like a you know. I don't know. Sometimes I find like when musicians are starting their story to me, and again, I usually don't vocalize this or like verbalize it, but sometimes it comes at it like as an ego, right? It's like, I'm a musician. Like, oh, you're a musician? All right, let's try. Like, it's like almost like a competition instead of like a bonding moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's so nice that you guys...
It can be an obstacle sometimes too.
True. Right. Yeah. It's like people come at it with this ego, right? And they're like, I'm an artist. No, I am an artist, you know? Yeah. So I think it's really nice that you guys had it as like such an organic, you know, shared bonding experience.
Yeah, totally.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had to beg a lot to Rosalie to play the bass.
There were a couple times where he's, come on, let's just practice, please.
You're like, I'm already playing the piano.
Yeah, but she did. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. But,
do you still play the bass now?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes. I think I play the bass more than the piano now. Like, for a while, we didn't have like a acoustic piano, I guess. I don't know what to call them, acoustic
Yeah.
piano.
How do you
In
carry
the
that
house,
around?
and we had just like a keyboard, and I was like, I want like the feel of a piano. So I was like, I'll just play the bass. So we last year we just got like a piano from one of his uncles that now we have in the house, and I'm like, oh, now I have a piano. But I still like, no, I'm going to my bass.
Well, you got used to the bass. You've been playing for a long time now.
Just feels really good. Like, both are great, but I think for writing music, it is easier for me on the piano because I'm just like, I can close my eyes and not pay attention to what I'm doing, and I can
it makes sense. But the harmony is a melody, right?
Yeah,
With the bass,
yeah.
unless you do dun, dun, dun,
Yeah, we're like creating the vibe.
Then you can maybe start a song.
The song.
Yeah.
I think it's fun to kind of go between the two, to be so diverse, because you really do, in your head, you're probably so capable of putting a whole song together because you're doing the rhythm section and then you can do the melody, which is,
totally.
It's hard to find artists that are so eclectic. Yeah. And I think that does come out in your music when we were listening to it. Like, no song sounds the same. Like, every song is like a different energy and a different vibe. It's so good.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Definitely.
I was wondering if you guys want to kind of walk us through the writing process. I mean, who it starts with. Is it, always the same? If it is, what does it look like for you guys and your other bandmates as well?
Yeah, I think we had different ways to interact. Sometimes I will I pick up the guitar almost every day, almost every day.
Yeah.
And I start writing songs, or sometimes we just start jamming in the rehearsal room, and like we it's a great way to start a rehearsal, like jamming, because what I was telling you before, Jake, that if you feel in the same frequency, then you connect, and then the rehearsal turns way better than a normal rehearsal, without a jam before. So a lot of things happen in the jamming, like
100%.
Recently in the last rehearsals that we were doing to prepare for this tour, we started jamming, and Rosalie started jamming a really good bass line, and then we started singing something, and then happens. But Rosalie, when she brings her songs, she usually has the song already like worked out, and the lyrics and all the melody and all that. So it's really easy to jump on a song like that, because you feel comfortable already with your bandmates, and that's I think that makes it all like feeling comfortable with your bandmates, because then you're not afraid of being vulnerable, right? Like I remember like interacting with other musicians and feel like am I gonna do it right, or like gonna like it, and in this case that's not the feeling. Is you just free, it has the beautiful freedom.
I think because none of us really has that ego of like, oh, I know my stuff, and like here. It's more like, hey, I was doing this thing here, what do you think about it? It's like it feels equal and mutual, like totally, it's more of a like we're building something together. And a lot of times it like I feel like often on like a Sunday morning or afternoon, and like there's not that much to do, and you're just like sitting on the guitar, and then suddenly something will, like some kind of riff, and we're like, oh, I like that. Okay, record it. Okay, now keep working on that, and then or suddenly like the whole song will come out at one point. Or other
sometimes
little bits.
in the very same moment, like it's been many times when you just pick up the guitar, start singing, and the whole song is ready. And the good thing with the guys is like Ivan and the drums, we know each other since 2004 too.
Same year.
Right.
Same year.
Wow.
Yeah. So señorita. So and Raimundo Medellin, but we call him Rai. He joined the band in the 2020.
Okay.
We had different musicians interacting with us, like playing with us. Like we would invite them as guests. And it worked fine. We did great songs with them. But the first one was Billy. We even toured with him in Canada on the 2000.
David also.
Yeah, David Zamora also played with us, and other musicians we played. But I mean, they come and go. And we didn't really. I mean, we did click, but we didn't like the. I don't know how to say it, but anyways, it didn't work at the time.
Yeah.
In with Rai has this ability to be a good companionship. Like he's an excellent companionship. And not only that, he not only will join your sound and make it, like he also makes it so beautiful, like the atmospheres that he brings to the music. And we know him because we were touring in Mexico with another band called Mannequin. And he was the guitarist from that band. And I remember watching him and being like, oh my goodness, this guy plays so clean. Like I was just like mesmerized by the way he played. I was just like hypnotized, like being like, wow. And I remember at one show that he came down the stage and I actually tell him like, I mean, we were always hanging and drinking beers and talking.
You're
but
playing together.
That time I told him like, man, you're good, man. Like you're really good. And that was the end of the conversation. And fast forward some years, that band break out. Like they had their differences. They're a really good band.
They were so good.
So they
I actually didn't know they broke up.
So they split and then I still we went to a trip with Rai. We went to see Wilco, the band from Chicago.
Yeah.
It was the first time they were in Mexico City, so we were losing it. And then that trip, I was like, "Hey man, like, would you like to try just to try it out with the band?" And he told me, "Are you kidding? I've been waiting for this for years." And I'm like, "Oh, yes!" I was so happy. So he actually got a nickname from the guys here in Canada. They call him the Painter. So you can tell now why, like, because all the ambiences and so we really appreciate that from Rai, like because you know, like it's different when you play with other musicians. You can play along, but he actually like he
brings a lot to the music.
Like I say, he's
the
a
whole
great
atmosphere.
Yeah,
and also a lot of the like beautiful little melodies or lines or like additional things. You're just like every time I hear certain songs, and I'm like, oh, just waiting for that part that's like, so good.
And Ivan is fire on the drums.
Yeah,
he's the fireman. Like he's like a hard man. Like all the fire comes from his heart, just like bursting to the front. Cool. So I don't know. Ivan has this gift where everything he does, I love. So we love. So we're like, okay, great, sweet, like
perfect.
So it's really easy to make music together. It's really like we rehearsal at least once a week, and we haven't missed a rehearsal since 2020.
Wow.
Like even in holidays, even in the first year, I mean, in the first day of the year, like where everybody's resting, we will get together to rehearse because we love to spend time together. I really mean it. Like we all have different things to do beside music. So when we get there, we are just like
like
floating,
sanctuary,
like floating in the same sea, you know.
Funny enough, actually, we even like in Mexico, most people they just wear their shoes in the house. So you're like, you don't take them off all like tiles, in Canada. And in our like rehearsal room, we have a carpet. So we always tell people like, okay, you have to take your shoes off. This is like a special place.
Yes.
So it is kind of like a sanctuary.
Cool. I think I hear just like so much levels of trust. You know, trust to bring what you're gonna bring and not be judged. Trust that like they're gonna show up every single time and just kill it. So I think that is a really hard thing to find in any relationship, but especially in a band, because you always are kind of you're trusting your future of your art project in the hands of other people, and that's scary. It's hard enough to do it in a partnership. Know that your partner's always gonna show up for you and they're gonna like show up and bring their best, but then when you find like other people to add to that and create like a musical project, I think it's magic.
Totally.
So cool.
It is.
It's interesting trying to find musicians who can jam too, because that's like its own separate skill. Like we had a jam space in that house, and people would come over and they would play with us. And some people were like, yeah, they're good musicians, but they'd be like, oh, what chords are you guys playing? Oh, what should I do? And it was too much like talk. And some people would just come in and just pick up an instrument, and we'd just play. And we just played, and it was great. Like we loved to jam, and some people just they needed like music and stuff written down, and other people can just jam.
Totally. And you can find musicians that are like super educated in music, and I think those are the ones who are like so used to work with partituras, how you call it?
Like sheet music?
Yeah.
I guess.
So
they're used to like just reading the music.
In directions, right?
Yeah.
And I think for me, that I come from like just learning by picking the guitar and playing and maybe looking at 1-2 books to trying to learn some things. well, you just do what you can. So it's just like starting a conversation with anybody, right?
Right.
But I feel you. I know what you mean.
We have, I mean, both our kids are learning both, so both our kids play piano.
Nice.
And I think it's exciting for me. I was never a player, but I was a dancer, so I was always super appreciative of like it as like the fuel to dance.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting for me to be watching the kids at such a rudimentary level balance those two things.
Yeah.
Balance the like, I mean, they're learning like similar to probably what you went through is like learning your theory, learning all your notes. You're like playing they're getting sheets, they're performing it exactly the way it has to be played.
Yeah.
They're learning timing, they're learning it as like an education.
Yeah.
But then they also have this like, flair thing, like any art form, is that you go to school and eventually you get your own wings, right?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, now I know the basics, I know the building blocks, and now I can build the tower, right?
Yeah.
So it's really cool to like watch our kids at this like very young level. Like they started at their 3, and now Anna's 10, and she's really just starting to be like, yeah, I already know how to do this. So like it's cool to see the balance between, I mean, there is some part that it is a language, you have to learn it, but then there's this other part that's the flair, the jam, the playing by ear.
Yeah.
Just listening and playing by ear that you're like, okay, I like this sound together, right?
Feeling
It's like
it,
a whole other level.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, my dad, like he used to drive together a lot because he used to deliver products for his business. So I was just on the co-pilot, doing nothing, just being his partner, right?
Did you get to skip school?
Yeah, sometimes. yeah, let's go to work, Dad.
I gotta go help you. My kids try
The
that.
fun part with my dad will be that we will be driving and he will be just like, okay, just tell me one word. Turn around, tree. And I'm like, okay, tree. And he's like, the tree that grow the fruit that fall into your mouth. And he will start making a whole song about it. And then he told me another word. And I'm like, I don't know, like, dog. The dog was barking so loud. Blah, 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 blah. And so he used to do that game all the time. And like, I started doing that with him. So it would just became a game.
Natural.
It was just,
that's so great.
So
seriously, just
smart.
playing.
Yeah.
So that helps, right?
still
Like,
does that.
Yeah.
so
I'm
if
so
you
with
have,
that.
if your kids already like learning all the like the good stuff like
Yeah.
in an academic way, and then you add the game, there you go. They will be
Yeah.
able to jam with anybody.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, that's so smart.
That's what I'm not good at. I'm not good at writing lyrics. I love making music, but never was a writer.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You know what? We should sit together to write a song.
He has
Yeah.
a billion songs that need lyrics.
Yeah.
We'll start sending them to you.
Totally, man. We should do that.
All right.
I'm all for
Yeah,
it.
yeah. He has
Perfect.
so
Yeah.
many songs that I'm like, they're so good. He's like, I just can't add lyrics. I'm like, and now we've had so many podcasts with so many artists on that we're just like, I think it's gonna be like Dead Mouse where we just put the music out and see who like puts on top of it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do like a singing challenge, the artistically married vocal challenge.
Sure. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear your whenever you write a song. Like
Yeah.
whenever you do
Yeah.
the lyrics, I want to see that happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a couple. There's a couple that
I wanna
exist,
hear that.
but all right.
Well, now it's been so cool because like it's it's hard as like a solo artist to have the motivation, right? I mean, you guys were talking about that
Yeah.
weekly meeting
Yep.
Yeah.
and how much that means to you guys, right? To be able to like bond over that. So I think as like a solo artist, you're like, I need motivation.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's actually I was contemplating that because we know a lot of different musicians in Monterrey and in kind of like the Niagara area.
Yeah.
And it is challenging if you think about not just the music part of it, but being a musician that involves like, okay, if I want to record and then I have to do the album and I'm going to do the art and the promo and then I don't know, all of the other things that are involved in like getting your music out to the world. We have there's a really good musician that we know in right now they're in Veracruz. Her name is Maria Piedra. Beautiful singer. And like I think about sometimes like, oh, it must be challenging because she's the one that has to make all the decisions for all of her music.
Totally.
And right now she actually is in another band, the Chirimoyas. So
yeah.
I thought like, oh, it's cool that she has like some other
support.
like,
It's a band,
yeah, like now
yeah.
she's part of a band that she's doing another project and
Yeah.
like there's like that moral support and they're like,
Yeah.
okay, we're playing together and like each person can take on some different job like.
And
Yeah.
sometimes it's easy and sometimes it makes it harder too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
More
because you
bodies,
would be
more
like,
moving
oh, I like
parts.
this. No, I don't like that. Oh,
And we have
Yeah.
our moments too at the rehearsal room
Oh, yeah.
sometimes. You know, like it's not many times, but there's been like tension where like we might be tired, like it might be something, and I suggest a change on the drums or something, and then it becomes a deal.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't like it?
I'm like, no, just try something different. But I honestly, the only way that I can tell Ivan what I think is if I hear something different, which is rare.
Yeah.
Because he does such a great job that I totally trust him, and I feel everything that he does, I love.
Yeah.
But there's been some times where I know that I feel the song it needs like a change, like boom, 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 or something like arrangement. I'm not a drummer, so that's why I wouldn't dare just to be like do this or that, especially when he's such a good drummer, right?
Yeah.
But he like when he knows that I'm telling from that perspective, he takes it in and he tries to do it, and so. We take it like but there's tension sometimes too, like we've been together in a band for a long time.
Yeah, it becomes like so comfortable. It's almost like, you're like siblings, right?
Yeah,
You can, like,
exactly.
Yeah, somebody says to you something on the wrong day, you're like, snap!
Totally. Ivan is fire, not only for the music, it's fire for everything.
Yeah.
So I'm okay,
Passionate.
I'll just take it in, like, we're patient with that.
Yeah. We found that too, like traveling around. So it's been 2 years now that we've done like an extended couple weeks in Mexico.
Nice.
And we're always just so inspired by that, like exactly that passion in like the Mexican people. It's just amazing.
I'm so glad you
We
like it.
found like people in Canada and we came back, we're like, you guys are just so pleasant. I'm bored. I need the spice. Yeah.
Oh, you find some good encounters here too.
It's just built
Loving
into
encounters.
the culture, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's because we're like frozen 6 months out of the year. We're like docile. We're like polar bears.
Do you know what? I remember when I moved here, I was working in Niagara Falls, and I was walking in Queen Street. And I was just looking at the stores, how the stores were like lended for a year to start your business and all that. So I was walking in the store and I was just looking through the window and CD came out.
Right.
And he's like, just come in. Now that we introduced to each other.
They had their bookstore.
Yeah, the bookstore. And we started talking. And we started talking about poetry. And I showed him a poem that I wrote at the time. And I think that it says a little bit of what you're saying. I felt like everything was so beautiful, and people were so beautiful and welcoming here too. I find more, ¿cómo se dice coincidencias?
Coincidences?
Yeah, more like, more in common. And
More similar.
I had nothing against USA people. Seriously, I really mean it because I have friends too.
Right, of course.
But I've been there many times, and I've been here for a long time.
Yeah.
And I found a lot of similarities between Canadians and Mexico. You will be surprised.
Yeah.
Because I live here for a long time that I started noticing these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But in the beginning, I felt that I was so polite that there was no contact. I felt like that was my poem about that. It was okay. We're getting close, but it was still
There was
like
always a little bit of a wall.
and I couldn't understand it. But then later on, I understand like that just would talk anybody in the line, and it was just a matter of me being like different,
so
right?
Open.
Yeah.
So
open.
I started adapting, and
Yeah.
and when you're open, you start finding people in your same frequency, right?
Yeah.
And that's how I became friends with CD, Onofrio.
Oh, for sure. And he's
Yeah.
like one of the most open people I know. Like
Yeah.
he's talking to everyone.
Yeah.
Do you find, I mean, I am that similar personality. I'm always just like comfortable approaching people because I want to connect.
Yeah.
How are you finding it with people on their cell phones?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It feels
This is one of my favorite things to complain about.
totally.
It's because I think it creates that barrier.
Yeah. Yeah, very much.
I've been with people that we're talking, and they just suddenly pick up the phone and put it right in front of your face, and
Like,
start
bye.
typing. Yeah. But luckily, I think that most of our friends will try to, if they have to do something with their phone, will try to stand up and do their thing.
Yeah.
Or for example, we'll be producing with some friends, and they will start like doing their phone while we're producing. But then I interpret it in this way, at least with the producers. I say, okay, the producer doesn't want to make you feel awkward or uncomfortable, so they go into they go through their own thing. That's how I put it down, right? So in this case, it might be like that, right? But like cell phones ruin our lives. Yeah. I mean, we waste.
That's exactly what I was looking for.
We waste so much time there. Like
I know.
you're like, okay, I'm gonna post this, and then
instead
2
of
hours
actually
later,
living.
you're scrolling.
I know.
Like no.
Yeah, I know, and I think it does like. And I think I'm seeing it especially with the kids because I'm like involved with so many kids on a really young level that it is really becoming a barrier to the point where like for us it's a distraction. Yeah. But for them it's like complete, avoidance. Yeah. So like trying to develop friendships, trying to develop eye contact, trying to develop intimacy and connection. Like they're so far away from it by the time they get to like an age where like the teenagers start to be interested in the opposite sex. That's usually the motivation to socialize.
Yes,
It's gone. It's like they just don't have it.
Yeah.
Because it's like become this like super anxious, scary thing to communicate and connect with people. And I'm like, no, it's the best part.
I know. I know when we were lucky. We were lucky not to
lucky. We like just snuck in under the radar, right?
I think that our generation is very important for this change because we are able to talk about this past that we had, these wonderful stories. Yeah. And the more that I feel that the more that we talk in a gentle way about these moments and recreating them and starting to put the phone down more and more and more, or like for example, if we were with family or with my son, like I try not to have the phone, like so they can see that it is not necessary. But and at the same time, I go to the park with my son, and if there is a parent with their son, or they will be in their phone.
I know.
99% of the time. Yeah. So how do you expect your son to not have a phone in front of the face if you don't put it down? Yeah. So I think that we are key for this change because I mean phones have been for a while, but smartphones they're more recent,
relatively new,
and that's the ones. Smartphones is the ones that is like killing it. Like,
they're so addictive. We have phones, they're so addictive.
We have phones, but we didn't have smartphones back then, and we just like use it to text. Yeah, but it was just easier to call, right? Who wants to be texting all the time?
Yeah, with the teeny little button on the little screen.
You like have to press the same button 5 times.
And now they are like, okay, but why you call me? You didn't text me before. And
even phone calls for some people are like a scary thing. Yeah. Which blows my mind.
I know. But as like a business owner, it is like, I think it shocks people. They're like, who's calling me? You know? So, and anytime I get a call, I'm like, that person is signing up for the dance studio because they're shock and awe that like somebody's reaching out to them and connecting. So I think as rare as it has become, it's going to end up being like the superpower, right? Is people who are able to connect are just going to like take over the world.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. That's true. I think it's a really good point too, because we're raising children. And that's the hard part. I remember thinking, when my kids were really little, I remember thinking, for every one time that I sit down at the dinner table and I'm showing them how like we sit down, we eat, what's on their plate is not fast food, it's homemade. The two of us made it. I remember thinking for every one of those, they see 25 billboards around for McDonald's. And me thinking that like I'm trying so hard to role model. And everybody else around them is, mowing down on fast food. Like how can I compete? And I feel like we're in the same scenario with the cell phones.
Yeah, definitely.
I've thought about just taking the family to an island.
Or get one of those old phones, they still work. I wanted to have one of those phones, but I had to have one of these new phones because of work. So at some point I wanted to just stop having a phone. For example, in Mexico, everybody uses an app called WhatsApp.
We use that. Everybody was using it.
I quit using WhatsApp 11 years ago. 10 years ago.
Oh God.
So it became a thing. I'm not kidding. Like people got mad with me.
Like, how are we supposed to get a hold of you?
Exactly.
Or like, hey, I didn't find about this family gathering. Or my brother-in-law will be like, Well, we
Wow.
told everybody in WhatsApp.
You're not in the WhatsApp group.
Just give me a call.
What
Yeah.
was the? Why didn't you want to do it? Because it's only text.
It's too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's too
Yeah.
much information. And
Okay.
I love to write. I love writing, and I like to read. And I was reading everything.
Yeah.
So people send crap, and I will be reading crap all day.
Everything.
And I'm like, and then
It's a big waste of time.
They make you join these groups.
I think that is what's
Crap.
happening. We're all just reading crap all day now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And it's
Yeah,
like another
yeah.
group, and then
Yeah.
and you know, it was too much. It was
Yeah.
the amount of information. I couldn't handle it, especially because I was writing back to everything. Because apparently now these days people don't answer anymore. Sometimes if they
Yeah,
don't
they
want to,
just
they
ghost.
Yeah,
ghost
you're
you.
like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry,
Nah.
I'm just not feeling
Not
it.
today.
Yeah.
Hate that.
Yeah.
I
me too.
I feel like I'm writing you a letter through the post service, and I feel like you're not answering that letter. That's how it feels to me. So I'm
Totally.
like, I'm quitting this shit.
All you gotta do is just an emoji. Come on, we're back to hieroglyphics. Like, just thumb up all day at least.
Couldn't do that. I was just reading. I'm like, no, that's
Okay,
it.
done.
Yeah.
And people still like give
People
you the
still tell
look
me.
when they're like, "Oh, what's your WhatsApp?" And he's like, "I don't use it." And they're like,
I have like this. I have these new encounters with new people and have really great conversations, and
Yeah.
we get excited, and then at some point they're like, okay, just give me your WhatsApp because I will be like, can I have your number, right? Like that's the equivalent to
Yeah.
equivalent.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I don't use WhatsApp, and they're like, oh, okay. No, I give you
See you
my.
never.
"You
I can
call
give
me."
you my number.
Yeah.
Call me. No, that's okay. Seriously,
terrible.
I'm giving you a direct line. You don't need an
Yeah.
app to get me through. But anyways,
Yeah.
that's what happens these days. Still
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. I think the reason why I really wanted to talk about tech too is because it's had such a strong influence on our music industry. It's become such a, like you said, you were mentioning, solo artists, but really anybody that's in the art world now, like the grind is real.
Yeah.
To try to cut through the noise and cut through all the crap. So yeah, how have you guys felt kind of in terms of like your production value and how you show up in like this virtual world where it feels like a music industry without it doesn't survive?
It's been a topic of conversation
Yep.
for us for a while.
Yep.
Because we do everything ourselves. So like all the website, all the social media, all the production of everything is all us.
So much work.
And sometimes we've thought like, oh, maybe we should like pay for some promo or do that or but we haven't found kind of the niche where we want, like basically we don't want to sign a label because we want to maintain control of
We were
our
asked a
Yeah.
couple
our
times.
stuff. Yeah, we've
But
we've gone through a couple like possible contracts and then we're like, no.
Yeah.
I mean, in the beginning, we thought of like doing self-promotion, perhaps. Like, so we had a video that came out. It's called Palacios, the song.
Oh yeah.
So we were like, okay, let's put a little bit of money on YouTube to advertise the video.
Right.
Well, the little bit of money turned into 10,000 views, and I was like, no, like I like it didn't feel real. I just felt like I hated it. I honestly hated it because I felt like a lie. So ever since then, we decided to not promote in that way, and we were like, no. So let's just do it and let's start gigging. And by gig, we will get to know more people. And basically, that's what we had done so
Amazing.
far.
So authentic.
But you know what? It feels so good when we see the demographics of like where the music and the videos are played. And we know it's real. If it's playing in Chicago, if it's playing in England, if it's playing in Israel, if it's playing wherever it's playing,
Yeah.
we know it's for real because there's no money in between to get a payola thing, to get played whatever.
Yeah.
So that for us, it means a lot. It's been hard too because
Everybody looks for the numbers.
like
Yeah, exactly.
if
It's
you,
like,
you know
can I
promote
play
it.
this show? I don't know. We want to see your Instagram followers, right?
As
Yeah.
soon as they like that, sometimes I don't want to give it to them because
Yeah,
they're like, oh,
For example,
Okay.
in Spotify, in most of our friends that have bands, they have like
10,000,
10,000, 100,000 plays. Like they just released a song, and monthly listeners like 40,000, things like that. Really great, right?
Yeah.
And we have 102 listeners monthly. And Spotify, yeah. And
But you know they're actually
real.
listening. It's
Yeah.
not just like,
They're-
oh, you paid to get on a playlist that everybody
Yeah.
listens to, so
Yeah.
you know it's coming across. Yeah.
That's been I think that's been the hardest part, because we know is I mean, I don't want to take the value of anybody else's work, but we know that you can pay to be in a playlist. If like you can pay to get anywhere. Like you
Yeah.
can even play
Yep.
to tour around Mexico and get into the best festivals. Just
Yeah.
anything. Like
Yeah,
everything
enough
is
money.
Yeah,
handled
you
like
call
that.
call the coordinator, the promoter, and say, "I'll give you $20,000. I want to be the headline." They're like,
Yeah,
"Okay, here you
sure.
go." You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we have constantly people asking us like, why there's a big festival in Monterrey called Pal Norte, and the biggest names of artists that go there, like you name it, and they've been there, right? So, and we have friends that they be telling us from some years now, like, hey guys, you should be already, like, you guys are sounding good. Why are you not playing in Pal Norte? And we're like, well, you need a lot of money to play in that.
Yeah.
I mean, unless that you're a big name,
Yeah.
and then they
Right.
will hire you. Otherwise, like.
But again, how did you get to be a big name, right? I know.
Again, by having like by paying or getting a Grammy,
Yeah.
and to
No,
get a
and
Grammy,
he
same
always
thing.
says that too. He's like, I don't want to pay so that we have a bunch of views. I'd rather it be organic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think too that the part that, you know, nobody wants to talk about because it's the sad part for an artist is you got to work your ass off.
Yeah.
You have to hone your craft. You have to
Yeah.
work hard and get better every single day and be committed to like, you know, once a week we're going to meet, we're going to jam. Or for us,
Yeah.
it's like writing and interviewing someone every single week
Yeah.
that we've gotten better and better at doing our thing, right? So,
Producing and editing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Producing,
it's,
editing,
yeah. There's like many facets to
so
the
many
job.
layers
work.
for
Yeah.
sure.
And it's exactly that. Like we
Yeah.
decided to focus in the music,
Yeah.
in our songs and the music, and being truthful to playing with our heart out, and that's it.
Yeah.
And luckily, we started to gain like there's a guy, a producer in Monterrey. His name is Alan, and he's our engineer for live shows. And he's great. He's a super smart guy. He thinks like super fast, and he loves Pink Floyd, and he likes this kind of music, right?
Yeah.
Radiohead, and he's the engineer of a really beautiful venue. So we came to play there, but because we didn't knew him, we brought our old engineer that we had. So anyways, we fast forward, and now we're gonna have we're gonna release our new album in the July 11. So
no way.
there is reservoir where it became a touristic place in Nuevo León. It's close to Santiago, the town that I was telling you about.
The only really big body of water in the whole area.
And they have
Right.
boats. So we rented a boat, and we're gonna release the album in the boat.
Nice.
So we went there to do a test with the sound, right? So we brought the engineer, we brought the guy with the lights and all that to do a scouting of the boat. And we were talking about this, and he was asking me, why are you not playing at this festival? And I told him, like, I don't know, man. I guess we're just like an emergent band. And he was like, no. You're a cult band. Like, people know you, artists know you. Like, just you haven't gone to the masses. And I'm like, okay, thank you, man. That's a good way to see it.
I like that.
I like that when he say that. I appreciate his expertise on music, so it was nice to hear that.
And I think it's the part that people don't want to talk about, but like it's every single day, you know? It's little baby steps, and like every time, you know, you get a tick or somebody listening to your music or somebody coming out to your shows, I think it's hard to look back and look at all those little tiny wins. All of a sudden you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Totally.
We're doing it. You know?
I think one little win that we had last year in our tour, we came touring in Canada last year.
Yeah.
And the first gig, it was a drum in Queen Street.
Oh, yeah. Drum Taverna.
Yeah, Drum Taverna. Great place.
It's here in Niagara Falls?
in Toronto.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Drum
Queen
Toronto.
Street in Toronto. Yeah.
And so we were playing new songs, and we play Spanish and English songs, right?
Yeah.
So we're playing a Spanish song that's called Tinta, and then it goes like ahora que vas. So by the second time that we start singing that, I see two guys in the front singing "Ahora que," and I was like, I just got the chills all over my body. I felt like how do you call it?
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
I was
And
gonna
I
say
was
chicken
like-
skin, but that's like literal
Yeah.
translation.
That's how we call it in
Yeah.
Mexico,
Yeah,
chicken skin,
totally.
piel de gallina.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, in my head, I went really fast. Like, this is a new song. Like, how
the
can it
first time
possibly?
we were
And
playing it
also, we're
live.
in Canada.
Yeah.
How is it
How
possible?
Is he singing
Like,
along?
So that was one thing that made me feel like, yeah, like that's good. Like
You're
that's
listening.
those are the kind of things that we
Yeah.
grab to, you know,
Yeah.
like that we are like, okay, like
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be 1 million viewers or playing the
Yeah.
biggest festival. Like it was just two people singing a new song. That's it. Like give me
Yeah.
more goosebumps than 1 million plays. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
because it's an authentic connection, right? Someone's right in
Yeah.
front of you and they're like rocking out to your music. It's
Yeah.
a different like symbiotic relationship
Yeah.
than seeing a number on a thing. And I think it's I try to, really promote to anybody in my circle, and I'm like, we're only really racing ourselves.
Yeah.
You're just racing the past version of you. You're just like, I just
Yeah.
want to be better than that guy,
Yeah.
It's one day ago of me, a
Yeah.
version
Yeah,
of
yeah,
me,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
better than that person, not
Yeah.
just like trying to not to compare yourself, because I
Totally.
think the other thing too, I think, is people get caught up in the music world. Especially, we've had some guests where like they did get into like we're doing this, I've saved up 40 grand, I'm gonna give it to like a famous record producer, and we're gonna try to open some doors.
Yeah.
And I think it ends up being it can be a heartbreaking scenario. Because
Yeah.
now you're out all this money. At least
Yeah.
you're doing it all yourself. You're like, well,
Yeah,
we
exactly.
didn't lose tons of money. We're just
Yeah.
getting better at our art.
Well, and
Yeah.
even like Beth was saying in our most recent
Yeah, I
one,
was thinking
is
about
that
her.
they started steering her in another direction. Like, oh, you should do like more pop music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She was okay and tried it, but then she was like, it just took me right off course. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then to
It's-
get back on is harder, right?
Yeah.
Because the people maybe now get to know you because of this, and now you had to reintroduce them to your real style, right? It's hard.
It's something that one of the main reasons why we were like, no, we definitely we want to maintain the direction that we want. And there's been times where we've talked about like, oh, maybe we can try this. Like recently, Javier was talking about maybe doing like a solo project of like some like R&B style music, like totally different than what we're used to doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I like that we have the freedom to be like, oh,
Totally.
we can do whatever
Just
we want,
do
whenever
it.
we want.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like even the last 2 weeks we've been working on a video for the latest song that we released, and like I've just been like coming up with these ideas of like, okay, I want to do stop motion of like this thing, and then we're like out for a drive, and I'm like, ooh, another idea. Okay, I saw this thing, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work on like drawing in the sand or whatever. Then so like bring everyone along. Okay, just like hold the camera, and like Lucas is involved in the production.
Yeah.
Like, so
it's freedom,
yeah.
like
freedom.
I mean, art is freedom. If you sell out, then
Yeah.
what are you? Your
Doesn't
freedom
feel
is
good.
gone.
It doesn't feel
Yeah.
good.
And then what
I
happens to your
know.
heart? Like what's gonna
And
happen to your spirit?
It comes back to that trust scenario, right? Now you're giving trust to somebody that like you don't even know. Like you gave them
Yeah.
money. It feels icky.
Yeah.
I know. We've had the same scenario where we're like, okay, we just need to like subcontract out a couple things. Can someone edit this? Can someone tweak this? Can someone
Yeah.
upload? Right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, come on, there has to be no talent in uploading stuff, right?
Yes.
But it is. It's your handle on it. You know
Yeah.
you did it, and you're like, I did
Yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's that feeling
like-
of like creating art that just
Yeah.
becomes so powerful. So,
Totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
It empowers you.
I think we're ready for a break.
yeah, sure.
Are we? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's take a break, and we're going to come back and talk about your tour that's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
So excited.
It's so fun to talk
This is
about this
intermission
stuff.
music.
We'll be back. Yeah.
Another song, another going down. Have you had enough? they say. It doesn't really matter. Be careful, they say. It doesn't really matter. Be careful, they say. It doesn't really matter. Be careful, they say. It doesn't really matter. Another day, another chance to feel why we are really here. Human race, we still have a chance if we're ready to connect. Oh, how could it be? Oh, how could it be? Be careful, they say. It's only you that matter. Be careful, they say. It's only you that matter. Be careful, they say. It's only you that matter. Be careful, they say. It doesn't really matter.
Yay! All right, we are back hanging out with Peninsula today. It has been an absolute pleasure so far. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Likewise.
Thank you
Thank
for
you so
having
much
us.
for having us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so happy you guys are here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Did you tell the story? So yeah, he was like, "Oh, who are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're having this band. They're Peninsula. It's Javier and Rosalie." And he's like, "It has to be the same guy." And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know what you're
How
talking about."
crazy is that, eh?
He
So
was like, "It
crazy.
has to be the same guy." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know."
Well, after,
Matches.
after that night, I always wondered like what you guys ended up doing and where you went, because like it was like 20 years ago probably. I was 20. I had bought my house. My parents had moved away, and so I had parties there. I was 20 years old, and so you guys showed up with Sean, and I was up in my room playing guitar, and I was kind of like, I was playing these little acoustic songs at the time.
Yeah.
And then Sean's like, "Hey, here's my buddy Javier. Like, he's a musician too, right?"
Yeah.
So you just like walked in, and I was playing my song, and then you just started singing to my song, and then
That sounds
we
like-
kind of we kept it going for a while,
Yeah.
and it was so awesome. And then that was like, I don't know, it was the best way to meet somebody. I think.
Totally, man.
You just immediately started making lyrics for my music.
It's like that's life. Like doing like that kind of thing together. It's like tuning. It's tuning in. Like basically, like you're
Yeah.
just getting the same frequency, but it's forever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We are so excited. You guys just landed yesterday. We're a pleasure to have you, but also you guys are here for a tour.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah.
We're super excited about this tour. So these our dear friends from Sea of Gold and Burgundy. We have this beautiful relationship. I really think that we have built a bridge, a beautiful bridge between Mexico and Canada. And so we've been doing this now when's the first time they
came last
years
winter.
last year? Yeah.
January, February, around there. They did a tour, and they were doing some of their new music, and they recorded a couple songs for their album called Monarch Mosaic. And then
CD was on the podcast. He was talking about it.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
And,
mainly they wanted to record at that time.
Yeah.
So we hooked them up with Israel Zacarias. Israel Zacarias is a great producer. He is truly gifted human being. He was able to produce with Donald Fagen from Steely Dan.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So in San Miguel de Allende, in a town, he came to visit to the town. He went to the art gallery to one of his friends, and they recognized him. They invited him to the studio, and he was able to. I was actually recording the keys, and then Donald Fagen actually say like, "Why you bring me here if you already have him?" So imagine having that kind of compliment.
Wow.
And also he's like his hero, right? From his whole life. Meeting your hero, and then he gives you a compliment. That's it. Like, you can just die there.
Goodbye.
Anyways, luckily he didn't die. So as Hugh Goldenberg, and they recorded with him. And we actually produced an album with him too. He's our dear friend, Israel. We sent him a big hi and big hug to him. I'm sure he will listen. So they came to record. They wanted to record, and they invited us to come and gig in Canada. So that's why last year, 2025, we came and do a tour.
Yep.
And
June,
then
July.
they came back to Monterrey on 2026 on February.
Yeah.
And this time they wanted to have to do a tour with the new album. So we actually got a lot of great gigs. We went to Mexico City. And in Mexico City, we have really good friends. And one of our good friends, Ulises, he was able to hook us up with fantastic gigs. Like in a theater that is 120 years old.
Casa de la Paz.
Teatro Casa de la Paz.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they have a piano and a Steinway. That was beautiful from London.
Awesome. You're just like drilling.
Yeah.
Seriously, they tuned the piano one day before for us to come and gig.
Wow.
Like that kind of treatment. Like it was really, really special, not only for a Sea of Golden Burgundy, but also for us because we were like, wow. So the theater is beautiful. Like it looks like new, but it's like you can see by the architecture there is an old building, but it's like super maintained.
Those are my favorite
Yeah.
buildings.
I know, me too.
Ancient, but then like kind of redone.
Yeah.
And then you feel like, and also like sometimes you go to a place and you kind of feel, or you can feel cold or you can feel warm. That's my perspective. But
Totally.
when we got there, we were all like just happy and talking, and we're like, oh, this is
Really
like great
comfortable.
ambience.
Yeah.
And all the stuff was so great that we were like, okay.
The sound was amazing.
So we were-
everything was.
They actually recorded like a couple of songs, and we didn't know at the time. Luckily for us, because sometimes you can get nervous in the camera, especially when you're playing, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we didn't know
it's better
this.
off to just not know, be natural. Yeah.
So we went there. We went to also Xochimilco in Mexico City. There's little like little boats where there's mariachi playing and all that.
Mexico City so
we should
bad.
go together.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys come back, we're
We're
tour
gonna
you
go
around.
again next year for sure.
Yeah.
I actually
yes.
wanted to do. I had heard about Santiago
Yeah, Santiago.
as like a sweet art town.
If you can make it to Monterrey, you'll have the best time.
Okay.
I promise that.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll come visit for sure.
So we've been having this coming back and forward, and now
And Rosalie, your parents are here.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
so great too. That it's tying in with that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was
That's so
nice that we
cool.
could like kind of tie together
Yeah.
that tour and family visits.
Totally.
Amazing.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we're really excited about this tour because we came from Mexico from a fantastic venues and really good experiences, and now that the fact that the guys are offering us a chance to play stage to play and share our music,
Yeah.
that's already a gift. I mean, just the chance to interact with them again is just a gift because we really love them, we really care about them.
Yeah.
And because when you're touring together, you have two scenarios: or you love each other, or you don't love each other.
know.
So we love each
No,
other.
but I think this is
greatly.
like a whole other layer because it's, you know, you guys are so comfortable together, but they have the connections here and you have the connections there. So
Yeah.
to know, to try, like tour, we talk about it all the time, but I can't imagine the nerves involved and going to a new place and a new venue and, you know,
Yeah.
all the things that go
Yeah.
involved in touring
Yeah.
and then not knowing if people are going to show up.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
so-
It's so much work and so
It
scary.
is.
So to know that you already kind of have that like partnership and that liaison is so awesome.
It's awesome. Last year we play in Canada Day Fireman's Park,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
and you know, like
How have
it's
we not ran into each other since? Actually, last year what month were you here? Last year
Right at the end of June,
Yeah.
I think. Last
June.
week of
Okay.
June, around
Yeah.
there.
we
Yeah.
went to Peru last year for a month. So I was
Oh,
just wondering if it was
man.
in that time period. We were gone a lot last summer.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
that's
Did
nice.
Machu Picchu with our kids.
Oh
Nice.
man.
Oh yeah?
Wow.
Think about it for a second. Think about dragging your son up Machu Picchu.
I can't even imagine.
It was
I'll be like,
mostly
"Come
I'm
on,
sure.
son."
I'm sure it was memorable.
I gotta go to the bathroom. There's nowhere to go.
Bathroom. Like,
You
I
will
don't know
never
where
forget
you're
that experience.
Don't pee on that rock. It's thousands of years old.
It's okay. Give it more like ambient
Energy.
More
Actually,
energy.
I was thinking about that. Have you had that conversation with Joe Lipinski about like energies in buildings and recording?
I haven't. No.
Oh,
No.
talk to him about it.
Okay.
He's done some like wild things. Like,
Yeah, I've
just
seen that.
crazy in terms of like, you know, he'll
Where he records. Yeah.
yeah, where he records, and he'll just like have feel energies in buildings, and be like, I want to do this. He's worked with our friend from it was Tony Decker from Great Lake Swimmers,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and they literally, I think, like of the 8 records, the story goes that they've recorded in a different place every single time.
Oh
Nice.
wow.
So they do a lot of like on the spot
Yeah.
recordings because of the energy in the building and the
Totally.
sounds and the acoustics,
Yeah.
and they've
Yeah,
done like
yeah.
grain silos and barns and
Totally.
Yeah.
We got kind of like that experience last year that we did a tour. We went to Welland to record to
Oh,
the
we
Bridge
were playing
District.
on Saturday actually.
Yeah, we're playing this Saturday there. And the place is amazing.
Yeah.
I know, I'm so excited.
We got there and we're like,
We're like, whoa.
wow. I mean, I just saw the carpet that they have in the middle. And I'm like,
And the ceiling.
yeah.
I just was like
Yeah.
And
dancing
again,
around.
it's suspended on water, which is just so crazy. Like the Welland Canal is like hardcore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You mean the scenario on the water with the
Yeah.
festival? Oh, well, we were in the church, old church that became a salon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
that
We
was
went there
it.
for Sia Goldenberg's
Yeah,
CD
yeah.
release party. Oh yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
barber shop, and then they
Yeah.
have it as like a theater.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought you guys were at the canal on the
They
water.
released
I
CD
volunteered in that festival a long time ago. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Canal Days or whatever.
yeah,
it
I
is.
was a volunteer. I was selling the tickets to get into the
Okay.
festival.
Okay.
But I was talking too much that they just sent me to the green room. They were like, okay, he talks, he can interact with the artist. Send him to the green room.
Takes too long.
And I'm like, oh, that's great. I was so happy to be in the green room just talking to the artist. Like, yeah, what do you want? One coffee? Yeah, you got it.
Oh my god, amazing.
Yeah, but so when we recorded there, we recorded the song Pilares, and it's already in our new album. Oh, by the way, our new album is called Sin Resolución, like without resolution, when things don't have a solution or resolution yet.
They're
So
unresolved.
that's the theme of the song, of the album, because the songs kind of have that feeling. Almost all of them. We were talking about it one day. So we recorded Pilares in this place with Peter.
Yeah.
And it was a great experience. Like it was like the acoustics and the feeling of the place and being an old church.
Sounds so good.
Like it was like, and I understand that. Like I seen what Joel has been doing through the years, and I really appreciate it. Like he understand it. He understand that energy of places, and that's lovely. Like,
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it can get cold, right, when it's just in a studio. So I think adding that extra element of atmosphere is like so powerful.
And also, if you take the producer out of their comfort zone, then you are the same level, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you go, somebody can be, if you go to their place, and could be very welcoming, or could be a little bit like protective. So you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Most producers want to make you feel comfortable because, but sometimes goodwill, it doesn't come with us goodwill, you know.
Yeah.
So going to a different place is I think it's a good thing to be in the same place, same level. Like.
Yeah.
We actually, when we recorded some of the other songs for this album, we went to a studio in Saltillo. It's a little city about an hour out of Monterrey. And we took one of our producer friends with us, and we rented the studio, and it's like this big old like 70s style villa.
Cool.
But it's in the middle of the city, so it's like downtown, but it feels like you're in the forest because there's like trees and the little pond with ducks and stuff.
It's called Some Other Planet. Actually is honoring the name because you feel like in another planet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing.
Like really great place to record. We went with Eduardo Torruco. He's a fantastic drummer. Like I will show you some of his
Really
stuff later
So
on.
good.
Seriously, like he just played in a concert with a band. It's called Panteón Rococó, and their audience was 120,000 people. So you can imagine playing. You are the beat. You are the heart of the band
So
in front of 120,000 people. Yeah.
Wow.
So we've been friends for him before he played with the band. He's always been in excellent music, but he's been moving from band to band because of his skills. And he also is really good recording. So he's been doing all our mixing and mastering for most of our albums and EPs. And then one day I asked him like, hey, like you really know our sound. You've been to many of our gigs. He even traveled to Mexico City to watch us. He changed a flight in between tours just to catch a show of us in Mexico City. That kind of relationship.
So much support.
Right?
Yeah.
And say, should we try to record maybe one song to see? He said, yeah, let's do it. Because he doesn't really record bands.
Yeah.
Like he will record his band, but not in other projects.
He's really busy, like
You gotta
touring all
pick
the
your
time,
lane, right? You're like,
Yeah.
I can't do it all. I have
Yeah.
to like pick
Yeah.
a thing. But
Totally.
Yeah.
And he
but
was
what
like,
what a epitaph. I don't know what's the word for it.
yeah. So he,
Like a ode to.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
What a compliment.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That he was willing to do it.
Totally.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, and so we started with one song, and we felt it was just pure beautiful chemistry, and we were like, okay,
Yeah.
should we try another one? Yeah, should we try another one? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we recorded a whole album.
Producer.
Nice.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
And here's the thing he does too. Like basically he just recording. That's all. He doesn't. He's just listening and watching. But if he hears something, he will give his opinion. He will be like, oh, what about this little detail? And we're like, oh yeah, let's try it. And then we liked it. But he was very, I don't know if I can call it respectful in that way. Like,
just very supportive in
Yeah.
terms of our creative process of like, here I'm like leaving it open, and every once in a while I might give you like a little like, oh, I like that. But it wasn't ever like overpowering or shifting us in a different direction.
Yeah,
It was
no,
really, really
everything
good.
that he
Nice.
suggested,
Yeah.
it was just a very few, but it was on point.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was just a great experience. So he actually was the one who suggested this other studio in Saltillo. Beautiful city, really beautiful city.
Yeah.
And we went there, and so we just stayed there for the weekend. We were there on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And on Friday, we were supposed to not party. We were supposed to. But
Go to bed early?
Somehow, mezcal happened, and we got back to the place
Surprise,
at
surprise.
5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And the next day, we were all destroyed, completely destroyed. And I was able to get up around noon from bed.
No.
I'm like, big headache, and I'm like, I can hear anything.
Oh my
And then I see that the guys are already recording, like Torruco, the drum, like or recording guy, Torruco, his
They're like,
last name.
we just started without you.
They just and then it's
Like,
just
let's
good for
get
me
set up.
because it's just they just start with the drums.
Yeah,
I mean, we
yeah,
do
for
one
sure.
instrument at a time.
Right. Okay.
So I was like, okay,
Oh my god.
let's start recording drums. We went for lunch. We came back to life, and we record the rest of the songs.
Wow.
Seriously.
Yeah, I had one of those days in Escondido. It's just so good. Like it goes down so easy that you're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like you don't notice how
Yeah.
much. And like I was still so capable the night before.
Oh yeah.
Wow, am I still upright?
Yeah. That's the thing with mezcal.
Yeah.
It just lifts you up and like.
It's so
Oh,
smooth.
yeah. yeah.
But we were
Oh my
able to
gosh.
record the songs. Like we finished them and
It was a really nice space. Like it was, like imagine moving back into the 70s. It felt like that. Like everything had that feeling, all the like decoration in the house and stuff. It was just like walking into that space.
Yeah, well,
And
I
it's a
feel,
70s
yeah, like I
house.
feel like it's transmitted in the music
So
the way
fun.
that we
It's almost like an Elvis house, you know, because it was like super luxury house, right? And it got
Right.
stuck in the
so
70s.
many rooms with like
That's
nothing
how we
in
feel
them.
about this house. It's like
A little bit.
90s
90s.
fabulous. This was rich in the 90s. There's so much wood.
90s rules, by
Yeah,
the way. Yes.
I think it's really interesting that you guys are drawn to that because that's totally the energy that I get from your music. It like it transports you. It like teleports you to like either a different world or a different time period. I think like it's obviously evident that your cultural experiences come out, you know, in your music, but also it doesn't even have to be in like a Spanish culture. It's just somewhere in the world, you know, it could be in
Totally.
space. It could be in,
Totally.
yeah, it could be in a different time period. It's wild.
We did a tour in Japan 3 years ago, and it was we did it all by ourselves, like we do everything. So
Yeah.
we started connecting with one band that we liked, and we had, hey, can we make a gig together? Like, can we join a gig that you're doing already? So we started doing that,
Amazing.
and same thing, right? Like it's like we were interacting with people. I mean, it was our first time ever in Japan, so.
Japan's awesome.
Oh man,
So
it's
cool.
awesome.
Same thing, different time period, right? You're like,
Yeah.
am I in the future? Like, this is
Yeah.
wild.
That's exactly what I mean,
Yeah.
right? So
And-
like the music there, like you travel through time with their music because it's so the variety is
Yeah.
huge. Like
Right.
you hear like I don't know, like rockabilly, and then reggae, and then hard rock, and then super pop, and then ultra pop. You know what I mean? Like
Ultra pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Whoa.
next level pop.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
and they're
I didn't think
loud.
pop could get that poppy.
Oh
They are.
yes. Oh, Japan
They are
is
loud. I
special.
know.
It's good
I
with
know.
pop.
Yeah.
I think I ended up going. I taught English in Korea for a year.
Oh,
Nice.
or almost 2 years. And when I first got to, I landed in Korea. I didn't have a visa to be working. I don't know how.
So
I
what did
mean,
you do?
I'm not surprised looking back at myself at that time period, but I think, yeah, so I got in the country and at the airport, they're like, you can't leave the airport. You have to go get a visa. So they flew me out to Japan. So I
Whoa.
remember like kind of traveling around Seoul for like an afternoon. They're like, go get some food. We're going to put you in a hotel and tomorrow we're putting you on a flight to Japan because you have to go outside the country to get your
Yeah.
visa to come into the
In-
country,
yeah.
which is so stupid. I'm like, can't I just go to the consulate? No, you got to go to Japan. And I remember just thinking, yeah, like getting out of Korea and being like, oh my gosh, this is so futuristic. And then the next day flying into Japan, I'm like, nope. This is so futuristic. This
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
it's so crazy there.
Yeah.
It is
fun.
crazy.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, but that's what I meant to say, like the differences of
periods.
yeah, totally.
And
Yeah.
even what surprised me about Japan was like, I felt like they really dig the 70s. There's something
Totally.
about like the places that have independent music, they're called live houses. So
Okay.
when we were trying to figure out where we're going to play, we were searching like Live House Japan. And like all
Yeah.
of them come up. And just like discovering new bands and meeting like other bands that are independent, doing their own thing in the events.
So awesome.
And just like exchanging that, whatever we could, exchange in with our like zero Japanese and their like pretty decent English. We were
Yeah.
able to communicate.
yeah.
But just like seeing the variety, and you mentioned they were loud. I've never heard such a loud.
They're loud.
I think we probably damaged our ears in some of the shows, even with
No.
earplugs in. Like
know.
I was like, how is it that you're standing there without
like
earplugs
it. They like
and you're
it.
not
They like
like
it.
flinching? Like this hurts.
I
Yeah.
honestly never been in a loudest place than
Yeah.
Japan scenarios.
Yeah.
like
That's so
this.
wild, eh?
the-
Even more than
the
a
loudest
festival,
ever.
more, like you like your body
Feel
physically
it.
like moves.
Yeah.
They were all
No.
super welcoming, and we had really great experiences. And we make friends, and there's keep connected.
Yeah, we still follow them and listen to their music.
Yeah.
Izumi
cool.
Tanaka, she made a video for us for a song called Propaganda. And we love her work so much that we invited her to make another video for us.
Oh,
So-
Just in the
interesting.
process of that now.
Yeah, she's gonna make a video for the last song of the album that's called Human Race. And we were like trying to figure out like which song to choose. But in the end, we figured out that human race is kind of like a bigger picture than the other subjects. So we decided,
Super global,
okay,
universal.
yeah,
More about the lyrics rather than the sound of the song, I think, this time.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's the really exciting part. I mean, we can talk about, the pressures that the technological world put on us, but we can't look at that without knowing that, like, the accessibility levels of being able to do that and coordinate together and collaborate. I think we saw it really during the pandemic of, like, I want to work together with an artist, and now we don't have to be in the same place at the same time, right? We're able to, like, transfer huge amounts of data.
Yeah, probably like Postal Service was one of the first bands to do that. That's why they called the name like that, right? Because they used to ship their music through postal, and back in the day, right, they were not this kind of connections.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We were really obsessed with Death Cab for Cutie when we were growing up. But I love Postal Service. They're amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact. I think we had this advantage that where we have experience enough to find what's the best of technology that we can get without falling in the trap. Yeah. The trap will be, you had to post every day. No, you don't have to post every day. You had to do stories every day, No.
In this format.
No, I don't have to.
Yeah.
And that's what labels will try you to push.
Yeah, like you have to have your
like
quota
pressing,
and your,
I'm in the business world, and it's that kind of pressure too. And I think like it just makes you squirrely. You're just like, oh, what am I even? Who am I? What am I putting out? Like you're just trying to like do what they're telling you to do, right? And then you lose yourself somewhere along the way if you're not like doing what's authentically innate to you.
Yeah. People will feel more frequency for singularity and something different instead of like the same thing, because I mean, just like products, you just can't scroll it, right?
So numb.
So but I can see that, right? Like we have our talks about like not being able to reach more people. I think that will be our case, where we feel like I mean, our new album is coming out. Like, how can
we want to make a big impact?
How can we reach more people? So,
I mean, at the same time, something that I like is knowing, like, for example, going to Japan and like meeting some of those bands. I really deeply appreciated a lot of the music. One of the bands, the ones that we were following for a while, is called Toyo. And another one that we met is called No Fun. And those like albums we were listening to nonstop for like months, and I thought like, I think it's cool that even though they're not, some like super famous band either, like they know that there's people that are deeply appreciating their art.
Exactly.
And vice versa. Like I know that there's somebody listening to our music in, I don't know, like Australia. I don't know them, but like they're cool that like
connecting over it. I know.
Even if it's not like a million plays,
colossal.
We're not looking for fame. We're not looking to be like in front of tons of people. I'm more interested in just like being able to express something through music, and whoever gets to listen to it, cool.
Exactly.
I think I am the one who gets a little bit more like concerned about the numbers.
Yeah.
I think I try not to. I try to ignore it. But at some point, I find myself looking if how many plays it has. Like, is somebody played already?
And you're way like less technology using. Like you're just like. Ugh.
Yeah. But I care about that, and I'm been actually working on here about like just let go, like just
turn off the noise.
Don't look at the numbers. And I know there is all fiction. I know that it could be a fantastic world for like the industry of music who makes millions. Sure, that's good for them. But like, do I really want to pursue that? Do I really want to be surrounded by? I don't know. I haven't really like go deep into those thoughts because I'm not there.
I think also, I mean, it can change the product, if you want to call it a product. 100%. It can change the art, because I feel like sometimes you hear like rappers and you listen to the lyrics and they're like, I was poor and now I'm rich, and like they're talking about that, and I'm like, well, I want to sing songs about like what I feel and like the real stuff that's happening to us, and I don't want to sing songs about becoming rich or becoming famous, like because I don't want to become rich and famous, like I want to sing about relationships or experiences or things that actually have like substance.
Totally.
We have I think like it's happening to us because I did take whatever path you want to call it, I think it just got to a point where, to be honest, it really was, I want more time with my kids. We went through this transition. Our kids were homeschooled. Yeah. And they decided to go to school. And I think it was this moment where I was like, oh God, but I worked at night. So like it just turned my whole, product or my art upside down, where I was like, okay, that's great. I want to be choreographing 25 hours a week. Well, that means I'm going to spend like no time with my kids. Yeah. So all of a sudden I took a big step back and I was like, okay, how do we get to 10,000 views? How do we get to $100,000? How do we get to $500,000? And it was at the beginning, I was scared it was going to cheapen my product. And we still talk about that. I have like my coaches say like, you're Mickey Mouse. Like you don't talk to your parents. You don't, you only show up once in a while because like you're the face, you're the picture on the wall on the Hall of Fame, right? That you want to be like, almost unreachable because you're special. And like, there's a lot of like psychology that goes into that I'm like, I don't like this, you know, like you're making me out to be this person. This like, it's impossible to not be malicious. Oh, but you have, now you used to have only 20 clients and now you have 150 clients. You can't be so accessible because you'll have nothing left to give. You have to protect your energy. So I think in any industry, there is this gap. That you're like, we're poor and struggling artists and we're awesome. And now we're rich assholes, you know? Like, you have to
You don't want to turn into Michael Jackson,
exactly. And we see what happens when you hit those fame markers, and money does change people and fame does change people. So I think there is, for the artist, there is always this gap where they don't want to become something that they, sneered at. Or maybe you do and then you change your mind and you don't want to be. So like we see it all in the world now. And again, just that like that view or that perspective of all these other people. Now we're seeing it on Instagram, on social media. It's right in our face. This person being like, look at my 10 Porsches. And you're like, I think I want that. No, I don't want that. I don't even like Porsche, So you're trying to figure out who you are, and you're just doing it as like a relatability thing, which we've never had before. Like our parents didn't have that. They didn't have to like watch everybody else driving Porsches. Like, or famous bands playing for hundreds of thousands of people. Nobody had to watch their competition in that real world, real time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it is a big challenge for us as artists to like stay true to yourself and like, take it as somebody gives you, you're getting involved with like amazing producers and whatever. And it's hard to not get into that like,
role, I guess.
Or just get into that worshiping scenario, right? Where you're just like, oh, I want to be like you, like you are who you are. And that's all you can be. So I think it's hard. It's a challenge to not get sucked into that.
Yes.
Yes,
exactly.
And I think it's good that I feel like we've been enjoying so much doing music and touring and doing it in our own way, in our own like pace. Like that, we were lucky enough to do these tours with Siegel Golden Burgundy, right?
Totally.
Like I'm thinking if we were like, for example, if we sang with the contract that we were offered, we might not be having these beautiful experiences.
Totally.
And we might be playing for a lot of people, but maybe not connecting. I remember somebody was talking about
and only making 20% of the proceeds.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll be like, somebody was like, no, I don't like to. I can't remember who it was, but it was like, I don't like to interact with the owners of the bars, and people, and I'm like, are you kidding? That's the person that's giving you access to their place. Like, how can you want to avoid that? Like, I couldn't understand it. For me, it's almost like a basic one.
But you have no choice.
But here's another thing that is also, I find that is also a kind of truth because of the way things move in the music. It will be that we like to be friends with the people they interact with. We like to we like to get along.
Form connection.
And so, but sometimes venues or managers or people who like find you gigs, they're not used to it, and they're kind of like leverage you down, and it's like they might get to know you and they're like, and as soon as they see that you're friendly, they'll be like kind of like weird out, kind of like not believe it. So it been few times that happens. So and at some point I was like, what do we do? Like, I mean, like I don't want to be an asshole. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can say bad words, but I just did. Sorry about that. And but like, you know, eventually like we have experience enough to be like, okay, let's just do what we love. Let's just keep making music.
Yeah.
And like I say, like we're trying to get hooked by it.
It's because you're also naturally really good with people. Like you just make people feel comfortable.
You got kicked off the ticket line, shoved in the green room.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. Totally.
So
Go to the green room, my man.
and it could be sometimes that some people are just like not used to interaction, or they're good at their job and their job is like focused, you know, and they're maybe like thrown off when you're like approaching them.
But
So-
they also give us that kind of advice that not to be like kind of like be mysterious, kind of like the what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse, right? You just come in and you're like,
Yeah,
oh, hi.
yeah.
And that gives you this like alter ego that people start
Yeah,
to respect or
and like,
fear or hate or they're jealous or
Yeah.
like, you know, you go through the whole like spill of psychology. And I think too, my coaches, a lot of times we talk about like just the actual work input that's involved. That if I spent my whole time sitting in my studio talking to parents, I won't get any of my like stuff I have to get done.
Totally.
So they're like, it's also just it's a mechanism where you're like, you got to focus on what you have to get done and stop, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're
Do the balance.
connecting, but you know, you spend some time just screwing the pooch.
It would also be cool though if you could create that for yourself. Like I know Tony from Great Lake Swimmers.
Yeah.
He always mans his own merch booth. And I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
crazy.
such a great
Like we saw
opportunity.
him, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's just Tony there doing his merch. And
Yeah.
and the drummer was
you got a
like,
person?
he's like, he wouldn't have it any other way. He's like, he always talks about people coming in and telling the stories. Like, oh, I saw you guys here and here, and I
Nah,
followed
that's
you to
cool.
here.
Yeah.
So he really loves hearing the stories from the fans when he's just there selling T-shirts.
Yeah.
And it's like you could be that guy that's like, boom, you're back in the back, nobody sees you, you come out on stage, you do your stuff.
Yeah.
But he's the merch
You're missing
guy.
out then, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. A little bit, I think.
And I think people know that about him, so
100%.
like
And
they're
he is, like,
they're there to talk to him at the
diehard
merch.
fans, like
booth,
die
right?
hard.
Yeah.
Anytime, I mean, in like Niagara, he's a local legend, but even like around the world, like people, anytime he goes to a town and then he returns,
Yeah.
I remember thinking that when I was like digging into him, we were about to interview him. I'm like, how does he have this pull? Like he announces a show and 2 days later it's sold out.
Yeah.
Like they sell it every show, and I'm
Yeah.
like, and then we went to the show, and I was like, oh, it's because he's so personable.
Yeah.
So I think you find that balance, right? Between
Totally.
like that's what really brings when you are accessible and you're
Yeah.
open hearted.
Yeah.
The people that come to you, like you said, they're on your vibration and
Yeah.
they're fans for life.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. That's how I've always operated like that. I'm like, I don't care. I was at the dress rehearsal last night. I knew I had stuff to do, but a parent would stop me and be like, "What size tights does my kid need?" And I'm like, "Are you kidding? I'm the owner.
kid?
You're asking me what size your 3-year-old's tights are?" But I think I get it because I love the fact that they feel comfortable coming to me.
Yeah.
Totally.
They feel like they can ask me anything, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I am that kind of person. So yeah, I'm
That's
trying
sweet.
to develop like a balance.
Totally.
Because
Yeah.
otherwise you can get to like, imagine a famous person just being like, here's my personal number, give me a call. Not
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
Just not WhatsApp. That will be the only thing.
They're going to just be like, oh, okay. You know, like they'll just take and take and take and take. So you have to find that balance, I think.
True.
But yeah.
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 Awesome.
That's right.
Well, this has been unbelievable. So amazing having you guys. Thank you so
you.
much for joining us. Yeah. Do you know what song you're going to play?
Oh, we didn't even talk about it.
Yeah.
Pause. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It's all good.
Octopuses.
Or let's think about
We
it.
didn't
All right.
like we
It's
didn't
all
actually
good.
stop.
It's
and
all
think about it.
good. We'll get it. Anyways, we're going to hear some amazing music, and thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you guys.
you.
Thank you for having us.
For sure.
Don't forget to follow us on Spotify and you'll never miss a podcast.
Good night.
A Spanish song.
All right.
This one is called El Entre Nos, Between Us. And this song was created when Rai, our guitarist, became legally part of the band. Like we were like, okay, now you're Peninsula. And we were in the patio of the house, and we started writing this song, which is a visual poem of you can imagine Peninsula in a beach with a fire and singing this song. I can tell you the lyrics in English in the end if you want. El fogón flor